Yeah. Get it, Riz Dreamzz. Get it, Riz Dreamzz. Get it, Riz Dreamzz. Yo. Oh, you know these dreams super fat. We ain't lying. Let me hit it. All right. Good afternoon. Good morning.
There we go.
Good evening. Hello. Welcome
That's the
to
ride. That's the
the
ride I
show.
like right there.
Welcome.
I want you to act like when you answer that phone at the job, nigga. That's how I need you. That's how I need you. That's that. You ain't answering the phone on those with no sexy red shit. Don't start the show off like that now.
You don't tell me what to do. We ain't at work. You know what the white people do when they get that voice? The white people pay. The white people pay for that voice.
Hey, I pay for it too. Not for this though.
Not enough. You pay for just what you got. Hello, welcome. That's what you pay for.
Hey, look. Hey.
Hello, welcome. Hello. And then everything else can be ratchet after that. That's how much you got.
Hey, no, what the fuck I was gonna say something. Goddamn. No, but for real, shout out to Soup, man. Shout out to Soup. You know, that's Holly Berry. That's a Holly Berry sample. So
shout out to the sample.
Shout out to Hurricane. But Super, he created that shit. So
Baby too.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to get a producer love. Shout out to Baby. Shout out to Hurricane. And shout out to friend of the pod, Super, man. For real though.
No, for sure. That's my dog. Yeah, man. Real cool dude too.
That's a cool thing, man. Just when somebody is popping, they sample.
Oh, wait a minute. You said I ain't your boss or your manager, right? Didn't you say that earlier? You said I wasn't your manager, right?
Nah.
But I was
never said the words. Never said the words.
Manager, though. I was, nigga. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
You was a lead. A lead
manager, not no
lead.
Manager.
Lead,
don't
sir.
tell me what my position
No, I don't know what the hell manager was ever associated with your title. I know you was a lead. I know you was shift lead.
No. Shift manager.
Mm-mm.
How you gonna tell me, nigga? And I was the one who had the position. You talking about, what the fuck?
Cause I ain't see no tag or nothing that said manager.
I don't think anybody had the tag that said manager. We just had the shirts.
I mean, y'all wore the same shirts. The leads had the same shirts as the managers, so that's not my fault.
Well, I'm telling you what I was. I was your manager.
Was you? Was you?
Yeah.
Hey. That was a sad day to watch my manager.
Kept water back there, man.
It was tough to watch my manager get took out because he couldn't be on time. That's sad.
I see.
That's tough right there.
Y'all that I ain't asked for, man. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. We had an understanding until we didn't have an understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's understood ain't gotta be explained until it needs to be.
There you go.
But yeah, welcome to the Rich Dreamzz Show, guys. Brought to you by the Now Legacy Network, the fastest growing network in the metaverse. If you hadn't got on the metaverse, tap in. Ever heard of Pimp C? Have you seen that one? Yeah, you see it's a little AI clip. He be doing AI clips where he tells stories and stuff, and that should just be cracking me up every time. Come on there. Ever heard of Pimp C? And it's like a little explanation. But yeah, man, teach y'all about the culture, discovering undeveloped talent, podcasts. Of course, the Rich Dream Show is a part of the Now Legacy, different interviews. So go check them out, man. Been some crazy stuff going on. Did you get April Fool yesterday, dog?
Nah.
I
hardly ever.
Okay. Y'all be playing it, huh?
Well, I just don't get nobody playing. You know.
I got you. Nah, man. What was the joke going around? I saw people supposed to ain't nobody doing no jokes because ain't nothing funny. I guess you're serious, man. On the first nowadays, everybody got to pay that rent.
Yeah. Yeah, inflation, everything high as a kite. Yeah, ain't nothing funny. Nigga ain't got time for no jokes right now. You got to figure out how you gonna get that rent by the third, because by the
Hey,
third.
somebody told me they got to the fifth.
Well, I remember in Shreveport we had
Oh
to the
yeah,
third.
yeah, yeah. Nah,
We had to the
I'm
third.
I'm on the fourth right here. But yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
remember.
Yeah. We had to the third
Couldn't play
to where
with
they
it.
start. I think it may have been like that at my first apartment out here too. You had
Yeah.
to the third before they started adding like $25 and yeah, bro, you ain't
I'm
want to
telling
get past
you, look,
the third.
inflation probably hit there too. Ain't no telling what it is now. I don't even want to know. I don't even try to think about it.
Ain't no telling, man. Them apartments might be $700-800 a month right now.
I'm talking about the late fee.
Oh, the late fee. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably about 100 nowadays.
Ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling.
Yeah, man. Speaking of new month, first of the month, brings us to the RLS topic for today, man. New beginnings.
Here we go.
Beginnings, new chapters in life. I can assume that's what you're speaking about. Basically just new starts, man. It can be different feelings, different vibes when you have new beginnings. And of course, a lot of times it's challenging because it's different.
Yeah.
Humans, just naturally, we creatures of habit. So anytime that we do make a change or have something that comes about that we're not used to, it's always some struggle between our natural goings about it.
So how do you because I kind of know how I am with I know like over time how I've been with doing new things and starting over, starting new things. How do you you being a guy that was like when you started in the corporate field, you was in negatives first, then you moved to Shreveport, then you moved to OKC. So how you've been a guy that been moving every so often to different cities, not just different jobs or different positions, different cities. So how do you kind of deal with that, and like how does it affect you in a certain type of way?
Man, and it's crazy. Even before that, shoot,
moving back and forth from
from Dallas and back, and shoot, even starting off, I was an implant to Natchitoches. I was born in Georgia, which I don't remember them times, but it's just
right.
But to be honest, dude, it's become so kind of normal to me. I think that's one of the things about me. I'm very much kind of used to having to adapt to things moving because it seems like that's just been a constant thing in my life.
Right.
So I think it's affecting me kind of in just like I'm not surprised when things have to be different or it's an abrupt change of pace. I'm like, okay, it just kind of makes me more used to rolling with the punches.
Right.
And then in some ways, I feel like too, it's made me, I guess, not less stabilized, but it's like I don't so much have an attachment to like things that most people would say would root you or whatever.
People, places, and things.
Yeah. Like people be like, "Oh, what you do out there in Tulsa?" I'll be like, "Shoot, work." Because basically, when I'm here, it's pretty much what it is. It's just a hub for me to work out of.
Right.
And once I'm done with that, I'm usually in the crib or
in the damn streets on the road somewhere,
on the interstate, on the highway, man.
Burning up somebody interstate. Yep.
So yeah, man. Just being adaptive. I think being very like perceptive and being very observant. I think that's something that I have to learn too. Because like when you move to different places, you have to see, how is the culture different from where I'm from? How people move. What I've learned a lot of is that even though every place is different, every place is kind of the same at the same.
Some similarities.
Yep. Because I moved back and forth constantly from Louisiana to Texas and back and forth to Oklahoma. You got your busy downtown areas. You got your areas around there, the inner city. You got, your outline, little communities and what they call suburban type areas, the rural areas on the outside of that. You know, you not so I ain't gonna say you're not so touristy areas.
Right.
That you might not want to be venturing off too far in if you don't really know.
Don't want to get caught over there after dark.
People in that area, so just being, you know, privy to certain things and knowing how to move. I think that's one of the things I've learned the most. And I think one of the things that I'm gonna have to kind of get used to once I get into a place where I feel like I want to make that my roots, is trying to have like a network of people, man, because that's the one thing that I haven't really grown used to in a good while. Just having people like you can call on a daily basis and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Or
I think it's good to have that everywhere you go. I know for me, for a fact, man, it was kind of like, you know, because I've been I've only stayed in three different places, Natchez, Shreveport, and Texas, Arlington. But it was like when I first moved from Natchez, like that was probably the most uncomfortable, which is good. You know, that's not a bad thing being uncomfortable, because I can remember, man, sometimes I think back on those days in Shreveport when I first moved out there and all that, and I was on the barber school grind and all of that. You know, I think back and I'm like, man, like I was super focused in, like I had an objective I wanted to accomplish, and it was like, you know, it was nothing stopping. I just remember like that was the first time in my life where I was just like super locked in on what I was trying to accomplish. But that was probably the most, that was the scariest, you know, being from a small town, you know. And I know Shreveport, it's you know, much bigger than Natchez, but at the same time, living there for almost 3 years, you learn that it's really not that big.
Right.
But it was a big jump, and I think it helped me in my transition to moving from Shreveport to Texas. When I moved from Shreveport to Texas, it was easy, because I already knew, okay, moving from Natchez to Shreveport, it was the first time I had to be around people that I were in a situation where I didn't know anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not a friend of a friend or nothing. Usually you can piece it together in Natchez. If you don't know them, you know some of their family member.
Yeah, you know somebody. So it's like, you know, even though I had a lot of jobs in Natchez, it was at every job I knew at least 3 people, or I knew of them, and maybe we got cool there. But I knew somebody at every job that I had in Natchez. Shreveport, whole different ball game. I knew nobody. So, you know, it was a little bit, you know, it was a little bit out of my element at the time. But once I was able to, you know, get cool with those people, you know, make new friends. I'm not a bit big on making new friends.
Come on, man, you're a social butterfly, dude.
No, I'm not, not at all. I could be more of that, you know what I'm saying, but I'm really not. You know, I'm you know, I'm a what I like to call what is it, a introverted extrovert. Like, if I know you, then I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the same. It's not the same.
Oh, okay.
If I know you, then we cool. We can run it, whatever. We can joke, kick it. But if I don't really know you, I'm more so quiet, reserved, taken back a little bit, kind of, you know, observing my surroundings, stuff like that. Like, that's kind of, I've always been like that. But
like Kevin Gates. Yeah.
No, nothing like him. I'm nothing like him.
That's what he said. He said,
I don't care what he said. I'm nothing like him. He's who he is. I'm who I am. But no, man, it's you know, I think it's good to have new beginnings. You know, like if let's say my experience in Shreveport was terrible, which it wasn't. I have I probably got one solid homie, John T. You know, that I
Your friend of the
rock
pod.
with, like he, yeah, exactly. That like I can go pull up on him. He come pull up on me anytime he out this way. Like I have him out there. But let's say I just had a terrible experience where I didn't meet anybody, didn't get cool with anybody.
Yeah.
Moving to Texas, I get a new beginning. I get to start over. I get to make a better situation than I had in Shreveport. So I think I think they can be scary. New beginnings can be scary. It can cause some anxiety, of course, but I think it's the way that you look at it. If you look at it in a positive manner and just be on some stuff like, well, I get to meet new people.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe the people that, like I say, was in my last environment, whether it's work environment, whether it's, like I say, just moving to a new area, um, anything new. You get a chance to make it. I guess you can kind of say make it what you want it, what you would like it to be, or
Yeah.
another chance to make it
It's
what you would
like
like to be.
it's kind of like when people leave home after high school and they go
And
somewhere
go
off
go
to
off to
college.
college.
You
Yeah,
get to kind of reinvent because
you
it's
do.
like, hey,
You do. Yeah.
I'm literally fresh. Don't nobody know nothing of me.
Nobody know me.
I get to paint the picture, by making those first impressions or whatever, who I
Yep.
want to be.
Yep. And then also, especially, doing what we do and like, not to say, I don't know. I look at me personally from back home. This how I think I was looked at back home. Just quiet Jika. You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew me as like a teenager and all of that, okay, he liked to hoop a little bit, but he quiet, he chill, he low key. I didn't mess even back home. I didn't mess with a lot of people. My circle was still small back home. As small as Douglas is, like my circle was
I
still
say
small.
I ain't know you till we was grown.
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't mess with a lot of people back there. So I don't think like as far as the clothing brand, I think I get way more support in Texas. Way more support in Texas. It ain't even close. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I'm not even just talking about like people shopping with me and stuff like that. Yeah, people from back home shop, but people shop way more in Texas. People share my shit way more in Texas. Shout me out, all of that. Way, you know what I'm saying? Give me opportunity, help me get opportunities out here. Like it's just like it's a total difference, like kind of like night and day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From back home, but those are the things that when you have a new beginning, those are the things that you get to experience. Those are the things that it can be a positive. You don't. I get sometimes I've been in a position. I've been in positions where I'm like, man, like starting a new job. Like, man, I don't feel like have to meet all these people again and shit, man. I don't feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you talking about some
like,
anxiety, boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because and then you coming into an environment where literally everybody focused on you because you the only Hey, that could be nerve wracking for sure. I think it definitely can be a super exciting thing though. Like you said, if you focus on the positives of it, you're getting to see new things. You get to have new experiences. You get to see different stores, shop. I mean, eat different food, everything.
Different food.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
I think something that's funny though, even when you're in a bigger city like Dallas, people still will try to make that connectivity though. Like if you meet somebody or if you see somebody, I guess like in passing kind of often, eventually they'll try to be like, okay, so you from here? Okay. And you tell them where you from. Oh, I know such and such from that area, whatever. Because I feel like that's the thing about it. Even if you homegrown or whatever, we all kind of have, I feel like, a connection outside of where we at currently.
Yeah. You mean like if you're staying somewhere where you're not from? Okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like, Tulsa is a real nomadic area, man. When I was selling cars. I meet a lot of people that migrated here from Cali, all
I'm
over
a
the
barber.
East Coast for sure. Oh yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
barber.
So
So
you see
all the
it,
time.
yeah.
I've actually had a couple of walk-ins at the other shop. I get Shreveport people a lot. I get
Hmm.
Shreveport people a lot. But I probably didn't. I probably had. Of course, I have a few of the people that are from my hometown that has moved here, and I cut a few of them, of course. But I've had like walk-ins that I didn't know,
Hmm.
younger guys. So they're not in my age group, so I wouldn't know them.
Right.
But from the hometown, and
What?
it's yeah, man, it's a trip sometime, But like I say, with the new beginning stuff, bro. Like, and then well, as you said, you do want to have that kind of like you from Nagus or you from Shreveport? Yeah, I used to live out there for like 3 years, man. What side you stay? You know what I'm saying? You do kind
Yep.
of want that, but like I say, with the hometown stuff, it's just kind of um, like I say, they know you for what you've been since a kid.
Right.
So coming out here, people meet me out here. They know me as being a barber, being a businessman, having a clothing brand. Like they know me. They know me in a light of what I'm doing currently.
Yeah.
People back home, yeah, they see what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but they still know me. They still gonna remember me as, oh, that's little Jika, little black Jika. They
Right.
used to whatever. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
So
it's a certain seriousness that comes from you just being out there too, and them knowing you out there doing that. Like when you see somebody that's, they done moved away from their home and that, they invested in themselves, working for them. Like I feel like there's a certain seriousness that you put to that. Be like, okay, this person really is going hard.
yeah,
You want to support that. Whereas I think a lot of times when we have people that have known us from a younger age, or just known us, from the front door, or whatever, it's a certain just not seriousness that they have when you say you're doing something because all
yeah.
they know is who you were and they can't really see
As
past.
as a young kid, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And I mean, I think that's just
That's
I don't think
really
it's I
creates
don't think
focus
it's
on you got to know.
yeah, I don't think it's maliciously done. I
No.
just think it just gets done. Like
Mhm.
that's the person that I know. I don't know this, but it's a lot of people back home that just be like, man, that will reach out and congratulate me on the success or the success they think I have. I mean, you know,
That's always a
but I
funny thing
appreciate it.
too.
I appreciate
That
it.
that
But
damn outward appearance is a mother boy. I
it
tell
is,
you.
but I'm not one to, I'm not one. I don't show half of what I could be showing, or like most people do. But and I appreciate it. And that just be
Humble
like,
flex.
it be kind of like dang, Lil Chica from Nagger. That's the vibe that they'll be on. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. But it also reminds me of where I came from, and how I came a long way, and I would in which I would say a short amount of time. Shit,
Yeah.
it wasn't even, what was this, 2018, 2019, top of 2019. I was on an air mattress. So it just short 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I say, it's a good and a bad to it.
Yeah.
With just the back home stuff, but like I say, with new beginnings, you get to you get to I guess you can say, be who you want to be, or
Yeah.
be what you want to be known for being. Um, you get a fresh start, man.
And
Fresh start.
sometimes I say too, it's not all hunky dory. Sometimes there's
Hey,
gonna you know what? There's gonna be challenges. Period. When you're in a new position,
oh,
whether
for
that
sure.
be a new position at work, a new position in life, a new living situation, it's always gonna be challenges as well. But embracing that in part of just realizing that hey, this is different. It's gonna take time for me to adjust.
Hmm.
That's gonna make it all the more worthwhile once you do become a little bit more comfortable because you just gonna reminisce and be like, dang, when I first got here, or when I was first put in this position, such and such, and now look how it flipped it, and look how it, made it a good situation for myself or for other people or whatever happened.
Bro, think about it. I know I've told this story before, but I came out here 3 weeks later, COVID hit.
Bro.
I had no plans on I had no plans for the rest of my life of having a regular job after I got out of barber school. I had no plans on doing that. So for me to get out here in less than a month, the fucking country shut down.
World, boy. The world,
For,
Craig.
for and barbers, like barbershop, salons, dentists, uh, um, probably estheticians, all of that. We shut down first. Like we was the first wave of people that got shut down. So it was just like, it's like, man, but that's the tough part. That's the part, that's the side of it that can be tough.
Yeah.
But if you just outlast the storm, man, like I had it in my mind. I had it made up in my mind, like, man, when this shit open back up, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Like that.
Open back up.
Were you able to get unemployment?
Come on now. Think about it. I had just moved to Texas. So I couldn't get. I tried to apply in Louisiana. I couldn't get it in Louisiana. They denied me.
That's tough.
They denied me. And in Texas, like I said, I had just got out here, so I couldn't. I hadn't worked a full year.
Yeah, so, for sure.
But yeah, man. But my boy Trump did hook us up with the stimulus helped out. Now I ain't gonna lie, it helped out. I had some money saved. But that stimulus helped me out, man. I ain't gonna lie. I want
everybody out, shoot.
Yeah.
I don't look. You can't tell me ain't a person out there that was just, I don't need this. I'm gonna give it away. And if you did, good on you. But most of the people I know, they needed that shit.
Ain't nobody get it. Anybody that got one, they ain't give it away. That's
right. You needed it, damn it. We needed it.
Exactly. Yeah. We definitely did. And the conditions we were in. But it's like I say, it's one of those things where I would just say don't look at it, for the people that do look at new beginnings as I've been there before, so I kind of know how it is, just with like switching jobs, really mainly. But you have just look at it as, okay, I have a fresh opportunity to, right any wrongs that I did in the past, as far as like, okay, if I was this way and it was negative, let's flip that and turn it into a positive so that we can have a better outcome in my new situation. Just try to look at the positives. I think if you look at it that way, you will have a better outcome.
Yep, that's a big fact, man. Back to what happened in COVID. Shoot, I got let go during COVID.
Right.
And then I was put into a position. Literally, probably about the next 3 years after that, I saw more money than I ever have in my life. So it's just like, it's one of those things where you just have to keep moving forward.
It'd be hard to see. It's hard to see sometimes when you feel like you're at rock bottom, man. It's hard to see sometimes. Shoot, man.
It's a crazy thing. I think it come off a song or something like that, or it might be Bible something as well. But people say it's always darkest right before the light, bro, and that shit is real.
Yeah. Nah, that's facts, man. But you just can't give up. You can't give up. Like I said again, stay positive.
Yep.
If you think negative, that's what you will get. I don't want to hear this. I'm just looking at it from every angle. Of course, you know that there's positives and negatives to everything. That's everything. That's life in general. Me, I'm a person that I prefer to focus on the positive. Ain't no, okay, well, I'm going to just focus on the negative. That way, I won't have no expectations. No, I expect some good shit. Yeah. I expect to have good shit out of life. I expect to be successful. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna never. And I'm not gonna say I've never done this. I have in the past, but it didn't get me anywhere. It only got me the bad. It only got
I was,
me.
I was just about to say when
Yeah,
you
that don't work for me. Now, if it works for you to set your expectations so low because you scared to, put it up there and hold yourself accountable to reaching your goals and stuff like,
yeah,
hey, that works for you. But for me, I'm gonna set them higher than what I think I can do.
right,
That way, if I don't reach it, I guarantee I still did a good job. I guarantee I came close.
yeah.
Nah, man, we gonna think positive over here for sure.
And I feel like that's a good mantra to have because usually with positive actions or positive thought process is usually something that you can put forward behind that to
Yeah,
try to get to it. When you thinking
yeah,
negative, it's usually something that's out of your control anyway. But when you thinking positive, it's like, okay, I really want this to happen.
right.
Shoot, I can at least do this, and that might
Yeah,
help it. That might, and then next thing you know, it's a snowball effect.
yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. You can only control what you can control.
Yeah, that was a good one right there. Good RLS, my good sir. Um, and speaking of new beginnings, we got a new thing popping off for y'all next weekend. Y'all make sure and come get with your boys, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, got the network panel coming up. It's gonna be a good time. A lot of good entrepreneurial brands coming out there, and we're gonna be right in the Dallas area. So make sure you tuning in. Drop in at Redbird Mall. Of course, we're gonna be at our Mirror Market. Shout out to the homie Ang. Uh, we're gonna be in there, and I'm sure it's gonna be like just a ridiculous amount of
Uh-huh.
entrepreneurs, um, probably influencers, just people. That's wanting to move the culture forward, man. So good to be with some like-minded folk.
Right. Nah, man, I'm excited for this event. We couldn't make the last one. I think he had like they did like a fashion show.
Yeah,
And we wasn't able to make it. But I'm excited to do this one. The last one, the one that you did, I wasn't able to make it. I had to be in the shop that day. But I'm gonna take off the whole day for this one, and go chop it up with, like you say, some like-minded folk, man. Hopefully we can acquire some game, and
yeah.
definitely I'm always open to give some. If it's anybody that's looking for some, I'm never stingy with it. But I think
We
it's gonna
want to
be a great
learn.
event.
That's what we want to do. We want to hopefully hear something that we don't know.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course, of course. I think it's gonna be a great event, though. I think it's gonna
yeah,
be a great event.
definitely gonna be lit. So
Hmm.
make sure y'all tapping in with us, man. That's the 13th at Redbird Mall, right at the Armir Market, where
And,
you
and and the times are from 11,
can. Yep,
not
yep.
11
Lil,
to 6, 11 to 6.
be out there.
Yes, sir.
I bring my chair.
Right. Yeah.
That's just a little joke because we be doing the pop up shops and for
You
some
need a
reason
chair.
we
You need a chair.
be forgetting the chair sometimes, bro.
You need a chair, man. You need a
We
chair.
playing musical chairs around that thing.
Well, see y'all. I'm a barber, so I stand up sometimes. Shit, 8, 10 hours,
This
12 hours in the day. I'm
thug
just
it
saying.
out, huh?
If
Don't
I
lock,
mean,
don't lock the knees, huh? It's
I
nothing,
mean,
huh?
if there's no chair, I'm fine standing up. Yeah.
Small things to a giant. Small things to a giant.
This
Really.
is something I'm used to. That's all.
Quiet.
Everybody don't get the
I
everybody don't
lost.
get the
I lost my
everybody don't get
kitchen
the
legs.
pleasure to sit down at their job all day.
I done lost my kitchen legs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used to could do it, but
Right.
honestly, I need a mix, man, because that sitting down all day ain't really getting it either. 'Cause that's annoying because it's like you literally get stiff as motherfucker. You can't move.
Yeah,
Neck be stiff.
you
I
pass
really
judgment now.
really want one of them stand up desk joints. That sound like it could be a lit little thing right there.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, but people that ain't sitting around is these dang ladies out here hooping, bro.
Hooping.
Man, it was some good basketball played at the top of the week. Um, We was in the Elite Eight, I believe, this week for the women's on
Yeah,
Monday. Yeah.
yeah,
So we had LSU, little rematch going on, taking on Iowa. You know, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Girl, Ajay was doing a thing out there.
Ajay, she nice.
Man. But when I tell you, I'm just like, I can't believe how cold Caitlin is, bro. Hey.
She's a shooter, man.
She one of them. She's a
shooter, bro. She's a shooter.
But she elite. She an elite passer too.
She's pretty good. She's a pretty good passer. She's a pretty good passer.
Elite, bro. I'm sorry. 50 something feet right into the bread basket, bro.
Yeah. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. She's a pretty good passer, but that shooting.
Oh yeah, it's next level. Next level.
We've never seen a woman shoot like her, bro.
And the handle, bro. She hit the behind the back step back joint, bro.
You know what? She has a handle. Her handle remind me of. You know who she remind me of? And I wasn't old enough to watch them.
Okay.
But like a Larry Bird. It seemed like she's not doing much because she's really very, very fundamental. She ain't doing all that. She ain't super animated.
Yeah,
she getting right to
a lot of hezzy, you know.
She getting right to it, but I seen her. Who did they play in the Sweet 16? Who did they play? I forgot who they played. But man, it don't even matter who they played.
Right.
But I seen this was like one of the first buckets that she scored that game. She was just dribbling the ball, bro. And I'm just like, she just dribbling from side to side and like just spent around with the ball and passed it. Like, it was just like she made it look so easy and finished with the floater. I'm like, bro, like, and I know it looked easy and it looked like you probably can guard this shit.
Right.
But I know, like, I balled against niggas that have been kind of like fundamentally sound, wasn't really on no extra dribbling. They gonna get by you, bro. Like, if they good at what they gonna get by you. So,
and that's the thing too. To compliment that, it ain't like she just not an athlete. She might not be super fat, but like if you really doing, like you saying, the fundamentals, you don't need that much. Because all you need is like a step.
Luka. That's all you need.
Yep.
Luka. That's it, bro.
To put that in perspective, though, that was Colorado they was playing, which they beat.
Yeah, that's right.
Beat them 89-68. She had 29 things.
That's right. That's Colorado. Yeah, man. But she's nice, man. I think the Morton chick, the young lady, last name Morton. I think she stepped up big time. I think that is why LSU lost. You can give Caitlin her 30-40.
Yeah.
You got to contain the others though.
That's it.
Anybody that play against them, that's what they got. Ain't nothing you can really. She's gonna shoot 20 plus shots a game, and she probably gonna score 30 points.
Yeah.
You got to contain the others, man. You cannot let them go out because they don't really have like how LSU has like Anissa Morrow, who's a low post presence. Like, she's pretty damn good in the low post. You know what, Angel, offensive rebounds and putbacks and stuff like that. Then you got Flau'jae, of course. I think Flau'jae gonna be very good next year. I think she's gonna make a real name for herself.
Bro,
I really hope Angel come back one more.
I think she should. I think she still has some fundamental things she needs to work out before she's ready.
But you know what's crazy? She can go in the draft this year and be a lottery pick.
Oh, of course. You
know, but
I'm just saying in terms of really perfecting her game, one more year I think will be good.
Yeah. But then I'm looking at next year, Michaela Williams. Like, she was a freshman this year. Think about how much better she gonna be next year. Number 12, Michaela Williams. She gonna be like, they have people on LSU that can give you an easy 15. Flau'jae can give you 20 plus. But Iowa, they really only have Caitlin. Now, she's gonna cause so much attention that there's gonna be openings for others. LSU don't have that person to where, okay, all eyes on her.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you got to
But
contain the others.
she's so good at making people better, bro. Like the dimes that she throwing where they don't even have to dribble.
Yeah.
That's tough, bro. That's what make it tough.
But you know what though, bro? I don't even think. To me, I honestly don't believe you can make somebody better. To be honest, what I think is they can pay so much attention to if you're the star and you're like that, like Caitlyn, they'll pay so much attention to you to it'll open up shit for others. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening. That's what was happening, man.
I think another thing is too though. You play a little harder when you know you in the presence of elite talent because you don't want to be the one that messed that up.
For sure. And you're probably gonna get opportunities because there's so much attention on Caitlyn. So
that's got to boost your confidence a little bit.
Yeah. And she's a willing passer. So
now I didn't watch South Carolina and Oregon State. But South Carolina advanced, of course.
No, South Carolina, they beat them.
Yeah, and then NC State. UConn
UConn
and USC.
That's what. Yeah. I thought you said.
I did watch that one because that was actually a good one too, bro. Hey,
I didn't watch the whole.
Hey, Beckers. Hey,
I heard about it, bro. I seen highlights. Yeah.
Tough, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a crazy matchup. Her versus Caitlyn. But you know what? That true freshman Juju Watkins. Hey, she's something to watch.
Give her next year.
Something to watch out for real.
Give her next year, man. Yeah, women's basketball in general,
bro. She dribbling like magic out there, kind of, bro. That's how it kind of look. Like,
do you remember Maya Moore?
Yeah.
At UConn, like when she played for UConn.
I ain't really watch her then, but I knew her from the league.
Okay,
she played for Sparks, right?
I can't remember. I watched her more in college.
Okay.
I can't remember who she played for in the league, but I think she won the MVP and all. Maya Moore, bro, she reminded me of Kobe. Like this woman would shoot fadeaways, all this type stuff, bro. Like she really played like a man. Just her movements, I mean. The way she handled the ball, the way she shot. She didn't shoot the ball like a female, the little push shot. Like she actually like wrist pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's who a lot of people compare Juju to. Maya Moore. Yeah.
I think we're seeing that all around though, a lot. Like these women is out here balling, bro.
They hooping. Now, I'm trying to see, but you know what's crazy, bro? I'm wondering why. I think it's an alumni thing, because how can it be that college basketball, women's basketball in college gets so much attention, but the WNBA, which I'm sure much better players in the WNBA overall, they don't get much attention now. It's got to be the alumni thing. Oh, that's my school, so I'm riding with them type. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be that. It's got to be that. You cannot tell me that women's basketball in college is better than the WNBA. I'm not buying
it. Should be, in theory.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that, bro. I really believe it's a thing of like, we rock with this school. We've been watching this school forever. So we gonna, you get what I'm saying?
I don't know. It's a certain. I think it is a certain level of excitement.
Because I'm a fan of LSU. I'm a fan of LSU in general. So I'm gonna watch the football games if I can catch one. I'm gonna watch if the guys are on. I'll watch that, and of course the girls, and they're doing good. So I think it's more of that than Not to say that they're not good. No, don't get me wrong. Yeah. No, they crazy. They're good, but I'm just trying to see why don't it translate over into the WNBA. That's what I don't understand.
I think it probably is a lot of alumni support because there's just a certain atmosphere that college athletics provides that you're just not gonna get in a professional environment because it's not the history behind everything like that.
Exactly.
I feel like even March Madness takes precedent like a little bit over the NBA. I feel like more people probably watching a little bit more March Madness than they are currently NBA right now.
Well, yeah. Let me around the end of the season.
but yeah, I don't know how to change that besides, and I'm gonna continue to say this. I think it has to be women. They have to be the ones to lead the forefront and say, and make it more of a thing.
Yeah.
Going to the
Well,
games and everything.
I'm curious. I'm pretty sure it's not that high of a percentage of women that even watch basketball.
I
You get what I'm
mean,
saying? Versus men
yeah,
for sure. Even if it's women's basketball, I don't believe it's that high percentage of women that
I
watch
know it's a lot of
basketball.
chicks that's fans of players for real.
Of course, because
They'll
they
they'll
like
jump
how
at
the
the
niggas
chance,
look.
and they'll jump at
So
the chance to go to a game.
yeah, they like how the niggas look. So it's
Yeah,
yeah. So that's what that's about.
yeah.
Ooh,
And
stick
women is the biggest consumers, so they buying the jerseys and all that. So
no. They're biggest consumers. That don't mean they biggest consumers as far as buying sports gear and sports memorabilia and shit like that. I don't see many chicks with basketball jerseys on.
not no more.
Eh,
I'm thinking about early 2000. I'm going
possibly.
I'm going back in the gap.
Hey, the basketball
Yeah.
jerseys used to be big back then in general though. Throwback jerseys, all that.
Yep. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, that's technically yesterday if you're watching this live, or actually today. So
Monday.
South Carolina. No, I'm talking about the Final Four. South Carolina.
That's today?
No, that's today.
No, I thought it came out tomorrow.
The fifth. I'm talking about for the live stream. If you're watching the live stream, it's today.
No, oh, the game do come on
Yeah.
Friday, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Started at
So
6
while you
p.m.
watching this, the game probably on right now. One of them at least.
Yep. South Carolina, NC State, and then Iowa, UConn, the late game. So,
Go South Carolina.
hey, for real,
Go
I
South
definitely
Carolina.
want to see them play any one of Iowa or UConn, whoever.
Yeah, I'm going South Carolina, man.
Yeah.
I
I
don't like
think,
how Caitlin disrespected them last year by not guarding and saying, oh yeah, okay. Do
she
that
could
again.
she could shoot them.
Do it again this year. Do it again
Yeah,
this year.
we'll
They
see.
shooting that thing. Hey, they
We'll
shooting that thing
see.
this year though. They
Okay.
shoot. They shooting it this. Not like her, of course, but as a team, they
Yeah.
shoot pretty well.
Ain't many people doing it like her.
Nah, not in the
Uh,
WNBA for sure.
Switch
I mean,
over, man.
yeah.
Of course, got the NBA
Right.
playoffs. What, about 2 weeks away now for the play-in?
Man, playoffs. Yeah, about a little under 2 weeks away.
Yeah. Yeah, the last games is on the 2nd or 22nd. My bad. No, I'm tripping. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to look at it real quick, and it messed me up because they got these brackets on here for the dang play-in tournament, and ain't nobody worried about that.
The play-in. That's yeah.
I mean,
wait a minute.
no,
Ain't your team in the play-in? You ain't worried about that?
no, not the play-in. What was it? The in-season tournament. They got a bracket up for that still. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like the last games is on April 14th. So yeah,
Okay.
just about 2 weeks away. Shoot.
Well,
I
let's
heard
look at some
somebody.
standings here.
I heard somebody say today that Oklahoma gonna take it.
Take what? Take what? Let's look at these standings here now.
They number one in the West.
Let's look at the play-in for East Conference, right? Let's start with the East. So in the play-in is 7 from 10.
Yeah.
So in the East, you got Miami at 7. You got Philly at 8. You got Chicago at 9. ATL at 10. Now, between Philly and Miami, who you think gonna take the 7 seed? Because whoever wins, so they're gonna do 7 versus 8, and then they're gonna do 9 versus 10. Whoever lose out of 7 and 8, they will play the winner of 9 and 10 for the 8 spot.
Right.
Whoever win out of 7 and 8, they get the 7 spot.
Yeah.
So who you think gonna win, and vice versa with that's just elimination, and because they can technically still get put out 9 and 10 and not make it at all. But who you think gonna win out of Miami and Philly in that game? I think that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
If it stays like this. If it stays like this.
Which, yeah, would it be? I don't, it definitely could. It definitely could change by the end of the season for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with Miami. They always just seem to be
Yeah.
a tougher team.
Mhm.
Um, and in the playoffs, that's really what gets it done, playing defense.
No doubt.
Shoot, I think I was watching them earlier. They was hitting like hella threes, hit like 7 threes in the first
Yeah,
half.
I seen Rozier went off. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that.
Oh yeah, you still actually in there.
Yeah, I'm in the championship right now, man. You know.
That's what's up, man. Good look.
Yeah.
Huh. Sure.
Don't be sorry. That's on you, man. You let old boy hawk you down like that. That's on you.
Make no sense, man. Hey, I should have had 2 championships this year. But yeah, so that's the East. And then in the West, of course, you got Phoenix going from 7 to 10 seeding. Sacramento, of course, Los Angeles almost at the bottom, and Golden State.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. He said almost at the bottom. What seed are they, sir?
Ninth.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to
Then we got Golden State. Yeah, let's say that since he better than LeBron, the person y'all say better than LeBron, still his team.
Who is y'all?
People.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. So if it stays like that, 7 through 10, hey, let's say everything stays the same. I think
either way it go, it's gonna end up being Lakers.
Listen, bro.
You just know it.
Listen. Okay, Denver, OKC, they tied right now.
Yeah.
For the first seed.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I guess the Thunder have the tiebreaker. But if Denver gets the first seed, I think any of those teams want to be the 8th seed.
Bruh.
Any of those teams want to be the 8th seed. No. If OKC gets the number 1 seed, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If OKC can get the number 1 seed, any of those teams want to be the 8th seed.
Yeah.
If Denver get the number 1 seed, all of those teams, well, I know for sure LeBron, it would be no way for LeBron to get the 7th seed if they stay at 9th. So they would want to get to the 8th seed so they can have a chance to play for the 7th seed.
They only half a game back too, by the way.
Well, they're a game out of 8th.
Yeah.
They 1 game out of 8th right now. So and a game and a half out of 7 right now. Right. So man, don't nobody want to see Denver first, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see Denver first, man.
That's causation to grab brooms real quick.
Ain't nobody want to see Denver first. Ain't nobody. I ain't lying.
Nah, bro. Hey, you know what I'm looking at though? The West is still the ultra competitive division, bro.
Sure.
I mean, you looking at Sacramento AC 43 and 31. That's the fifth seed if you in the East. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
They're pretty good out there, man.
Even with but the talent has been split up, and that's the crazy thing about it. Everybody has shifted and everything.
I would still say the better teams are in the West. I would still say the better team. I would still say that the West is deeper in talent. I'm looking at these teams like Cleveland and Orlando, New York Knicks, Indiana. You know, Heat. The Miami Heat. They're just a good fucking team, and they play hard. I don't think that you would say that they just have an immense amount of talent. You know, and then you go to the West. You got Denver, Minnesota, LA Clippers, like Dallas with Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
New Orleans with fucking Zion, Brandon Ingram, the West is loaded, man. The West is loaded. Yeah. I would say the East has been, for sure, since LeBron's left, has been more competitive.
Yeah.
But the talent normally always has been in the West, bro, for 20 plus years now.
Hold on, there go Draymond about to take somebody out again. About to take Luke.
Clothesline a nigga, or kicking a nigga in the crotch.
Coming down all hard on the SWAT down on Luka. He knew better. He held him up. He knew
now.
You think Draymond about to be done? I think he about to be done. I think this is last year.
Last year on the Warriors?
Can he play anywhere else? Does his style of play translate to another team?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not the way that he'd have to play a different way.
Yeah. And I don't know if he can at this point in his career.
I don't think, not for sure now. For sure not now. I think just as much as Steph has benefited from having him on his team, from having Draymond on his team. You know, Draymond's the facilitator. You got to give him that. He has benefited probably way more from having Steph and Clay on his team.
Come on now. That's triple more. I mean, how many rings he get with
KD for 3 years?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's cut the jokes.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one though, man. I think play-in playoffs is gonna be a good one. I'm excited for the playoffs again this year.
Yeah. Take a quick little break, man. Getting to the Black Business shout out. Got a special one for y'all today. Coming at y'all, man. We got Serve and Receive Volleyball League. Since we're talking about sports, shout out to Miss Keita Rain. Started her own league of volleyballness. It's a sand beach league. See on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So make sure you get out there, support, buy your tickets. And you can see all the serving and all the receiving.
Okay.
Lots of talent.
Okay. Like a bunch of heavy chicks, man, from right here where I'm looking at.
Man.
Volleyball.
They say they gonna get up and serve as best they can, man. You know.
Shout out to them.
It's a thick league, you understand?
Look a little more than thick. I ain't knocking it, but it look a little more than, Yeah. But hey, man, shout out to Serve and Receive.
That's it, man. Shout out to Miss Keita Rain, right out of Africa. She's African out there, yeah. So she doing her thing, man. Okay. Black business. Yeah.
Okay. Man, your girls was out here last weekend. I just heard, man.
Not thick overload with the buns of basketball. I ain't
out here last weekend. I didn't know either. They was out here. One of my clients was telling me about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good wholesome entertainment right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you know what's not good wholesome entertainment? When you think that you're sending your kid off to do, just work and realizing a dream that they may have had, and they actually are being put in a situation where they have basically been preyed on, and honestly just subject to work abuse, mental and sexual wise, and just the complete opposite of what children for sure should be going through in any environment, much less something they're supposed to be working towards and making a career out of.
No doubt.
Man. I did end up being able to watch it today.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. I mean, I started around lunchtime, and I was like, let me see what's going on. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Like I had it playing in the background at work.
And it's crazy because when when we're kids and we watching this, right?
We ain't thinking nothing about none of that.
I can't remember ever. I can't remember ever seeing anything questionable back then.
And bro, and I'm like, I hate to say it, but I was a filthy body little young dude. I watched my first porn when I was like 7 years old. So I knew stuff was sexual.
You toe up, bro. You weren't supposed to tell nobody that, man. What's wrong with you, dude?
This is our show. This is our
I
people.
know, but you keep that to yourself, man. You don't. Anyways,
I'm not ashamed.
7, 6, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, anyways,
I had the Cox cable box 33 and 34.
Oh Lord, he watching HBO when his mom and them sleep. Lord Jesus Christ.
With my hand on the last button, man. I was too smart for my own good, man.
Just in case. Flip it back to the cartoons or
you
whatever.
know, 44 and 45. Disney Nickelodeon, you know.
Hey, boy, you toe up, man. You toe up. But now, man, it's like I say, I don't remember seeing anything questionable back then. And granted, I wasn't like I watched all that. I can remember watching all that. Of course, Kenan and Kel. Those was my main two, really. Kenan and Kel, all that.
Cousin Skeeter.
What was
I did watch Double Dare.
I didn't really watch much of like how they had the Fear Factor type show.
I didn't know about that show like that. I knew about Double Dare. I
remember where they used to have times where they used to like drop the slime on people, like the green slime and all that. I don't know if that's the same thing, but
nah, they was eating bugs and all different type of stuff. I never seen nothing like
Fear Factor type stuff for kids. I don't remember that, but I just used, I remember just mainly watching all that, and I didn't watch really much of the Amanda.
I watched some of them newer shows that came out.
Like the Drake and Josh and all that. I didn't watch that. I was off at Nickelodeon by then. Yeah, I was off it by then. But man, just like some of the like you said, like some of the skits they had them doing. Like I remember like the little black kid that his mom used to raise hell and shit.
Yeah.
Remember they had him as like the superhero with like
the nose. Yeah, man. Nose man. Bro.
Don't man, that shit on his shoulders, real deal, looked like dildos with balls attached. I swear to God, like that looked just like, I'm like, who's approving this?
And then not to mention too, I'm always go there. They gotta throw some racist element up in there too, talking about make it charcoal.
Make it charcoal, the big nose. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what even is that?
But that's two undertones, though. That's a racial undertone, and that's
double whammy, bro. Yeah,
sicko, perverted undertone shit. The what they call the people on the set would call like the cum shots, like squirting shit in the little kid's face and shit. Like, come on, bro. But like I say, I think I can remember some of that stuff, but I never looked at it like that.
But to me, it's just like, okay, yeah, that's funny. Something sporting on somebody's face.
Exactly.
But if you think about it, when we use memes and stuff these days, it be like cartoons or something like that when they want to say, or if they want to use a GIF or something like that to show that.
Yeah. Nah, but I think, bro, for me, especially being, a new father, like the most disturbing one to me was the Drake thing.
Bruh.
Like that was super disturbing. Like it's like, and
you can tell that really like that basically that shaped his, I hate to say it, but kind of shaped his whole life.
Yeah. He and it's just messed up because his dad was there. His dad was around. His dad was managing him.
I forgot to tell
his dad said something ain't right about this dude.
Yeah.
His dad was saying, he told people, hey, do not leave him alone with Drake. Mm-hmm. And this is Drake Bell, not
Yeah,
Aubrey.
not
You know,
Drizzy.
not the rapper Drake, but the the
Hopefully,
Caucasian Drake Bell guy off of Drake and Josh.
hopefully Drizzy stayed away from Diddy. Hopefully.
Right. This ain't a Diddy story, but yeah, bro. Like his dad was there telling him, and I guess once I think homie had kind of drove a wedge between Drake and his dad, and his mom took Drake's mom took the side of homie, and you know
Well, yeah,
told his dad.
his dad was actually his manager, and they got
That's
him to
what I'm saying.
sign over rights. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And Drake, you know, say, hey, I don't want you to manage me anymore. So his mom basically gave all the managing duties to old boy. I can't even remember his name, nor do I want to say his name if I
yeah.
did remember it, but gave all the rights to manage him to old boy, and that's how it ended up happening.
Right.
So it's like, bro, this man been telling y'all like, yo, something ain't right about this dude. Something ain't right about this dude.
Man.
And now he ended up busting his son up. You know, I mean, I know that's a little graphic how I said it, but that's essentially what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on,
It's
man.
sick, man.
Like sometimes women like that, they get in their own way with like, I don't always believe, like, I'm a believer of just because, you know, it's a narrative that just because the woman have the kid, she's the best fit parent.
Right.
It's not always the case. I'm
Yeah.
not saying, you know, of course there are great moms out there. I had one, you had one. But
Mm.
some in certain cases, the mom is always not the best fit, especially
Yeah.
for a young boy, you know.
I
And
mean, it had one mother on there. I forgot who she was the mother of, but she was talking about basically just how she was like the opposite of the black mama. She didn't really say nothing when things was going on because she didn't want to jeopardize her daughter chances of, you know, being cast and making. And it's like,
that's bad. Bro.
while I understand it, I feel like this is kind of the similar situation that happened with uh, some of the people that was on Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah,
You let money and fame and everything cloud your judgment over what's
cloud
best
the
for the
judgment.
child, man. And
Yep,
that's like,
yep, yep.
yeah,
And it's like, man, she wasn't never. She wasn't. She gave homie too much power with him. She gave homie too much leeway with letting them spend the night when
yeah.
you know, and all of this, taking them to the museum, taking them to what is that up out there, Disneyland, yeah, taking them to
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland all the time, and you know, but I ain't gonna lie though, bro. One thing about that, I think he was 16 when this was going on. I,
Yeah.
I'm 34 right now. 16, that's about a good 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it's far, but it really ain't that far. I can remember vividly when I was 16. Ain't no way in hell at 16 he doing that. Not him. No, sir. No, sir. Ain't no way. I'm just saying, ain't no way. And I get it. He made, and I was out 16. I'm 5, maybe 5'5", 145,
Yeah.
5'6", 145. So I was small too.
Yeah.
Man, ain't no way at 16, bro. I'm just saying. Um,
I mean, we're not, well, we ain't gonna victim blame, but
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
it's a weird
I'm applying
dynamic.
from
I
my
feel like
from
too, for it to be your boss as well.
he
Like,
wasn't his boss. That
well,
wasn't
not
his
his boss, but somebody that's basically helping you in your
in your
career.
career. Yeah,
He helped him, you know, run lines or whatever. It's
that's a tight spot, bro.
That's
That's
why it's
a tight.
so wrong because it's an adult. And at the end of the day,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
look at an adult, you look at him as an authoritative figure. Um, you look at him as somebody who's not supposed to be steering you towards no wrong. So it's a mixed emotion when you know it's
yeah.
something that they want you to do or make you do that you feel wrong, but it's
No,
like,
that
hey,
was forced. That was in the paperwork. Forcibly penetrated.
yeah, yeah,
Forcibly, you know, he was forcing them, and I guess it happened on multiple occasions. And this is the thing too, bro. Before all of that happened, they I think a few of the cast members and some parents went to this guy's house,
yeah,
and this guy was pen pals with John Gacy. If anybody out there that don't know John Gacy, he was the clown guy that played a clown. I guess part time, but other times he would basically kidnap young, like 16, 17-year-old men, rape them and kill them. That's what he did. Had them buried up under his house. This is the guy that he's a pen pal with. Nobody found that strange. Nobody found that. That's crazy.
A lot of that stuff, I hate to say it, but it is people's fault that was around. It's the other adults' fault that was around, because what they say? You know what they say? Oh, he just looked so normal. Because he's smiling and all that shit. And that would be wrong with a lot of just America in general. We focus so much on the
feel like shit. His mom feel like shit, bro.
We focus so much on just aesthetics of people, in terms of honestly just what is comfortable in high society. Somebody that dresses well, again under high society standards, somebody that smiles a lot.
Seems to be nice.
And how many times do we have to have this situation where we find out that this normal person is a dang serial killer or an abuser or a rapist before we realize, okay, we really need to be looking more closely at what are these little mannerisms? Look at these little character things that are done right in front of your face.
And this is what his dad was talking about.
The little extra touching and all that.
That's grooming, bro. That's what is called when somebody is, is a pedophile or a rapist. They call that grooming when you extra touchy, but you're trying to make it seem like it's one of those things where you're looking like, did that nigga did he try to do that? Or one of those things that could go either way, but that's grooming. They just trying to see what's your boundaries, what you cool with, what you comfortable with them doing.
Yep.
How comfortable you are with them in your space. So and that's what they say he used to do a lot. So I'm just looking at it like, bro, like they should have been listening to his dad. And another thing, it's funny, we used to mess with a guy that used to cut hair with us in Shreveport. When he would do this, he would only do this every once in a while. You know what all three of those guys had in common? That they, caught up with like some type of pedophilia or rape type stuff on the set.
Mm.
They all didn't have no facial hair, lick of facial hair. Nigga, that's a dead giveaway, man. Anytime nigga ain't got no facial hair, bro, at least have the soul patch. You know what I'm talking about? At least have that, bro. Like my boy, like saying, at least he be clean shaved, but at least he keep the soul patch right there, man. Hey, bro.
Just gotta at least let him know a little bit. Something serious
man.
An adult.
Hey, don't be no 30, 40, 50-year-old man ain't got a lick of facial hair. Now,
just on, bald face,
Hey, they all didn't have facial hair. I'm just saying.
I'm sick of you.
I'm just saying.
All right, yeah. Look out for baby face people, man.
Hey, trying to be baby face. Yeah, man. Not baby face people. You can see his hair that grow there. But they just got it shaved. Shit.
I want to really speak to that though, man. Stop looking so much on surface level of just what society says is normal, and really look at people's character. Really look at how they moving. Really look at how they're treating other people.
Yeah.
And base your actions off of that, just in how somebody looks, because the meanest angry face looking person can be nice as hell, and not mean nobody no harm. And like we didn't seen it hundreds of thousands of millions of times, the smiley faced normal regular Joe, literally they made a whole show about a guy named Joe being a damn killer. So that's what
sometimes I guess it is hard to tell though, but sometimes it is. But
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would say
they put all three of them up. They put the day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say his name because his name need to be out there because he abused. They put Brian Peck up there. The other guy that got caught, and then there was one last dude who was
They
like,
all look like nice guys, man.
except the one guy. I ain't gonna lie, the one guy, it was like you looked at him, was like, oh yeah, he might.
What talking about the
With
one
the,
that got caught, but they didn't really say much about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
last
did. He
dude,
did.
he
He
was like,
looked
oh
like he like
yeah, oh
yeah.
god,
He looked like. But the other two, but I think sometimes, bro, it's hard to. I think sometimes they can be like chameleons, and they can be hard to read, which is why they a lot of times get away with doing that type of shit for so long. But I would say, man, stop trusting your kids, especially your young kids, with anybody. Just because you done had a couple conversations with this person, that don't mean you let this person, let your kids spend a night at this person's house.
yeah,
My daughter ain't spend a night at nobody's house unless it's family, and I'm shit, and I'm calling, checking on that. You know what I'm saying? Just on some cautious shit. But
literally.
but the thing is with homie, the one that did that to Drake, bro, there were signs, bro. There
Mm-hmm.
were signs. There were signs. It wasn't one of those things like it was, you know, like you just said, like seems like a nice guy, and you don't,
But that's the thing. They ignored the signs because of that.
But this
Because
dude had these. This dude, come on, man, like you pen pals with John Gacy. That's
swept
enough
it
for
under the
me.
rug.
That's enough, bro. That's
Swept it
enough.
under the rug.
Ain't no way you gonna no sir. And bragged about it. Yeah, here you can read it. He letting them read it.
And
Come
still
on,
had
man.
40 people write letters to the judge on his behalf.
Yeah, you know what that's about.
Man,
That's that good old privilege right there.
bruh.
That's that good old privilege.
Saying
Even against his own kind.
he had to be severely tempted.
That's what one of them said, huh? I know one of them was like, "Yeah, I understand he made a mistake and he did something, but he's really a good guy."
Like,
Oh, okay.
what?
Well, how about he do that to your son?
Right.
Would he still be a good guy then if he did that to your son or daughter? See, that's bullshit.
Man.
That's bullshit. How can you write? And this dude admitted to the crime. He pled guilty. It ain't like he fought it and he just got convicted of it and he pled not guilty. This dude pled guilty, and you got tens of people that's coming. That's what I would. Every letter. I wish if I was the judge, I would have called, subpoenaed all of them in to come and sit on the stand that wrote a letter in his support and asked them, okay, and I would have the prosecutor, and I'm pretty sure the prosecutor would ask, would you still be writing this letter if he did this to your child? I get every one of them would say, hell no. So why would you do it for somebody else's kid? Why would you write a letter in support of him and he, assaulted somebody else's kid? That's crazy.
Because he's not, their kid isn't on the same class level. They don't go to the parties and all the $1 million events that we go to with
I don't even think it's that. I just think it's not their kid.
Yeah.
I just think that's what, and they're cool with homie.
Right.
That's one of their buddies. So see, you gotta start internalizing some of this stuff and being like, okay, well, what if that was my kid?
Yeah.
Clearly, none of those people did that.
Another thing it just showed too is just like people that have a certain level of talent, how people will just gloss over their wrongdoings for so long just for a buck. Yeah. And I think that's just where it has to start going in on your moral center. Like, how much is a dollar really worth it to you? Yeah, how much are you gonna overlook? Because when you really look at it, man, actors, as well paid as they are, they employed workers just like everybody else. You look at it, a lot of the stuff that they was enduring and they was uncomfortable with, but because they was not wanting to lose out on the money and having the fame and all that, they just went along with it. So a lot of that stuff you gotta look beyond the dollar. I know it's important. I live in America where you gotta have money to survive. You have to be careful.
Yeah, nah, no doubt.
Whew, that was heavy, man. Um, I tell you what's not heavy. This sweatshirt your boy got on, feeling pretty good. Make sure y'all head over, man. Get your sweatshirts. Um, Make sure you tapping in with us at the Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/rich dreams. That's right. That's what we need.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Don't play with it. You know, all
Mm-hmm.
flavors for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need right there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with it, stay with it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, that boy looking suave in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those gonna be available, man, on the 13th.
Yep.
So y'all hop in at the network panel. You can get you a sweatshirt.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
Um, Getting to this movie of the week, man. I like the one you did this week, man.
You like that one?
Yeah.
That's all right, huh? I wanted to pick a movie in which black people are glamorized as being drug dealers and shit like that. Since you said and Goodfellas, we're not glamorized like they are in their gangster movies. So I wanted to pick one where we are, you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I
One
appreciate
one of
that.
the one of the many that we are, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
history lesson.
Yeah. Teach.
Yeah, man. So this one is paid in full, man. Um, this is based upon three guys out of Harlem back in the I think the mid to late '80s.
Mhm.
Um, they called them kingpins back then. Um, the characters in the movie names are Rico, uh, Ace, and Mitch. Which the real characters are Rich Porter, Az, and Alpo Martinez, I believe. Man, three dudes. Like I say, Rich. These are the real. I'm using real names. Rich and Az. I think they were homies. Lived around the same area. Um, I think Az he wasn't. He kind of started a little later than Rich in the game. Um, but once he got on, he was the plug. He was the plug. Then a little later, they met Alpo, which his character name is Rico in the
Yeah.
movie. Um, and they pretty much formed an alliance from there. But as we all know, with more money becomes more problems,
Yeah.
comes more greed. You
Yeah.
know, so in the movie, that's kind of how it ended up, man. You know, it was a thing of Az. He had a guy that wanted more than Az was willing to give him.
Right.
Had that guy come in and ambush him at one of his stash houses. Shot him up, killed everybody else that was in there, and uh, Rico was, it was a drought at the time, but Ace ended up giving Mitch a few bricks, helping him trying to get his little brother back. His little brother ended up getting kidnapped, and Rico ended up killing Mitch over the money. Like I said, it's a sad story, man.
Yeah.
Of greed and power, bro, and that's kind of how it ended, bro. And after all of that, Az just got out of the game. Um, but yeah, what was your take on the movie, man? What
No,
you
no,
thought about it?
no happy endings in that one.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Um,
Yeah.
I say where it does differ though, from like the mob boss type movies. It's like it's still like an element of yeah, they had money and respect from the neighborhood, but they wasn't going to like venues to where it's like famous artists performing and getting front row treatment and stuff like that from them.
Right.
I don't think they have as much involvement with the police community as well. to where they just killing people and throwing bodies in random places and freezers and stuff like that.
Well, Alpo was. Well, Rico. I'll just
Yeah,
refer to him.
yeah,
Rico was on
he
there.
was
Yeah,
hot.
Rico was the one on there.
Yeah.
AZ and Ace and Mitch, they were more so on trying to get some money.
Right.
Alpo, he was about all of it.
Yeah, yeah,
He was about all of it.
he put you down quick.
In a heartbeat.
But nah, man, I think it was a good movie to show basically that the grass ain't greener. You had a humble dude that was, working in the laundromat, seeing his buddy, pulling up on him in the new whip, latest clothes, had all the honeys jocking him. They go through the club, he getting shout outs from the DJ. It's all love, and it just shows you quickly how, you can get that and achieve that, but it's a reason why it comes as easy as it does, because it goes the same way. Just as quick as he had got on and he felt like he was the man running the city, that was just as quickly as his dick was in the dirt. He was shot up in the hospital. She damn near lost his baby, and his baby moms, and just, man, having to come back from that, and then losing his partner. Just, man, it was
yeah.
It's a good mantra to let you know that, hey, I know we say a lot of things, but sometimes a regular life is okay. I know everybody sees so much and wants so much. Trust me. If you having a stable place to live, food, um, even if it's just a little extra, you have a little extra, you can go out and have fun sometimes. You living decent.
Right.
And there's somebody that would love to be in your position.
No doubt.
That's what I learned from that. Don't take your current situation for granted, trying to, get the rich quick route.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I like what you said at the beginning, the grass ain't greener. I kind of took the same from the movie. Like you say, he looking at it from the outside looking in when he's working at the cleaners. His homie, like you say, pull up in the newest Benzes, got the fresh clothes on, jewelry, getting a lot of love from the people. And they were young. They were early 20s and all of that. So, you're impressionable at that point, especially if it's a guy that's getting thousands of dollars and getting money to be able to buy a Benz off the lot, and you making, I think one of his checks at the cleaners was like $75 a week. So it's like, yeah. So, but I remember one thing he said when he was laid up after he had got shot up. I remember one thing he said when he was talking to Mitch before Rico came in and talking about, man, pull down your skirt, B. Niggas get shot every day. You tough and all this shit, but he the one that didn't get shot, though. He didn't get shot 9 times.
Right.
But anyways, he was like, man, the game don't love nobody. Ain't no love in it. Like, as much as he tried to help, you can hear him say it as the guys narrate throughout the movie. He was like, I didn't want to be stingy with it. I wanted to put people on. I wanted to share it. That way nobody would be hating.
Mm-hmm.
He did all of that, and a nigga still
wasn't enough.
Still was hating.
Yeah.
And that's the game, bro. Like, I never been in the, in no position like that at all. So I can only go off of, what the dope dealers say. The ones that do the documentaries and the interviews, they all pretty much say the same thing. It's always somebody coming for you, hating, trying to rob you, trying to
always looking over your shoulder.
Always. So I think at that point, of course, you get shot 9 times. It's some fools that'll want to come back and go get the person that shot him and want to continue with the game. But for him, he was on some stuff like,
That was enough.
I ain't getting this for this. I just got in this to make me some money, man. I
Right.
ain't getting this to get shot up. I ain't getting this to kill nobody. So I'm the one good thing about that story is he was able to make it out pretty much clean. I don't think he ever did jail time.
Yeah, usually it never goes like that.
Never. It hardly ever goes like that.
Yeah.
And you see the price that he had to pay to get out clean, though.
Right.
You know, luckily it didn't cost him his life.
He lost people though.
Yeah, man, and I know that I'm pretty sure he had a level of survivor's remorse. You know, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But nah, man, it was I think, man, anybody that's really thinking about selling dope seriously, like they should watch these like that movie. Even though New Jack City, it wasn't a true story, or at least we don't know it as to be a true story. Maybe it was inspired by somebody, some dope dealer story. But watch movies like that and see how they end. You know, a lot of people gonna get killed, bro. A lot of people gonna go to jail. That's just
don't get all excited and hyped up because you're watching BMF.
Exactly.
You see it all turn up and all that. Nah,
jail and death go with selling dope at a certain level.
Yeah. It ain't all just you know, fast cars and jewelry and strippers. It ain't all that.
Right. Not at all.
Yeah, man. That's a good one right there, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I like that one. Make sure y'all tuning in for these movies of the week. Let us know y'all takes on it.
Right. And comment any movie, and you know, when you're in the chat, man, comment any movie that y'all would like to see us expound upon, man, or you know, run it about, man. We open for suggestions.
For sure. And it don't have to be nothing. It could be more recent as well.
Yeah. We prefer classics, but you know, hey, we'll talk about something a little more recent.
Woo, speaking of classics, man, that new Bad Boys coming out, dog. That thing looks good. The trailer looks kind of cold.
Nah, the trailer look nice. I ain't gonna lie, the trailer look nice. Man, by the way, before we end it, man, this is my boy. He sent me some merch, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a what do you call that? I'm
ambassador.
I'm ambassador. I'm an ambassador now. My boy, Hot Boy. We had him on the show earlier.
Shout out.
Yeah. He sent me one of his shirts, man. Y'all go check him out. Go holler at him. You know, cop something.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what we need right there.
Yeah, it says Lit Nation. You know, this some young nigga shit right here. You know.
Yeah.
But I fuck with it.
Hey, stay lit.
Right.
Shout out to him though, for real, man. He really making moves, always on his hustle. Right. Good young man right there.
And anybody that want us to wear their shit on the show, send us something, man. We'll wear. I will for sure. If it's a hat, if it's, you know, if you make hats, if you make, you know, necklaces, jewelry, shirts, whatever, anything that we can show, I'm more than happy to do it, man. No problem.
Yeah, man. We all about getting the businesses out there, man. That's one of the focal points of the show. You know, we're gonna rock with y'all.
Exactly.
Man. But make sure y'all keeping up with us, man. Catch us on YouTube if you don't catch the live stream every Friday at 7 p.m. via the Now Legacy Network. You can catch clips and everything at the YouTube Rich Dreamzz TV. Make sure you tapping in as well to get our merch. That's etsy.com/shop/Rich Dreamzz. And last but not least, where you at on Twitch, dog?
Young Phage #1. You know?
Yes, sir.
I might be on there a little later tonight.
Hold on now. Don't hurt them. All right. Look, man. That's my boy G. I am 3. We in a place to be. It's Rich Dreamzz TV. Keep chasing your dreams that become your nightmares. Peace.